Let's keep it going. I want to talk about the other big game, top 25 matchup in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The Alabama Crimson Tide beat Ole Miss 24-10. And listen, you know that I hate to say that I told you so. But basically, every single thing that I said all week about Alabama came true on Saturday. And if you go back to last week, we all remember the narratives, right? So Jalen Milroe gets benched before the last game. Then Tyler Buchner is named the starter. Then Tyler Buchner gets benched, but rather than going back to Jalen Milroe, they instead go to Ty Simpson. Then on Monday, Nick Saban says, you know what? Jalen Milroe is our guy. And so after that, you heard all sorts of rumors and innuendo. Was Jalen Milroe suspended? Was there a locker room revolt in Tuscaloosa? And what did I tell you? I said no. I said Nick Saban saw enough from Tyler Buchner and Ty Simpson to know that they're probably not the guy with this specific offensive line. I said all week, Alabama and Nick Saban knows there's 4 things about this team that are true. His offensive line cannot pass protect, okay? So if you don't have a mobile quarterback, it does you no good. Jalen Milroe's legs can pick up first downs. The defense is elite, and the new clock rules are going to play to your advantage. Nick Saban, better than anyone, has always taken advantage of new rules when they're put in. So what happened on Saturday? Well, Alabama beats Ole Miss 24-10. By the way, I told you the under of 57 was the best bet of the week. It covers with ease, and Alabama won essentially in exactly the way that I told you. First of all, I want to give credit to this defense. The defense finishes, how about this? Ole Miss scores a touchdown on their first drive of the game. The first drive of the game. Remember, this was a top 5 scoring offense coming into the week. Alabama holds them to a field goal the rest of the game. I've been telling you for weeks, this defense is elite. Don't let a quarter against Texas fool you. Remember, they had the lead going into the fourth quarter against Texas. Defense is elite. Shut down Ole Miss. Jackson Dart looked like a mess. He kept getting hit so hard, his helmet kept popping off. Would have buckled up the chin strap if I was him, but that's neither here nor there. 2, from the Alabama perspective, I said Jalen Milroe is going to make plays with his feet. Well, he did. He was phenomenal. By the way, he actually played pretty well from the pocket as well. But most specifically, he had 16 carries. He did not rush for a lot, but it was clear we're going to use his legs a lot. Finished 17 of 21 passing, 225 yards, deep touchdown pass to Jalen Hale. Did have a very bad interception. But the bottom line is this offense looked a little bit better. And then most importantly, what did I tell you about the clock rules? Well, look at the stats and time of possession from this game. Alabama had the ball 34.5 minutes. Ole Miss just 25.5. And so I bring it up because, listen, this is who Alabama is going to be going forward. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is who it is. And you can say whatever you want about Nick Saban. One, I don't think he's going to retire. I think he loves the grind and he loves putting the puzzle pieces together. And so when I look at this Alabama team, what I see is a coach that is trying to figure out the strengths and weaknesses of his team. I think he's figured them out, and now he's got to find his way to grind out wins. The good news is for Alabama, you look at the rest of the SEC, there is nobody on this schedule that is unbeatable. This coming week, they go to Mississippi State. I told you Mississippi State's a mess. They lose at South Carolina. They're now 2-2, 0-2 in the SEC. From there, you got A&M on the road. I think you can argue that might be your toughest game because that is going to be a really tough game. It'll probably be at night. A&M always gets up to play Alabama. Could have beat them last year, did beat them the year before. But then you get Arkansas at home, you get Tennessee at home, you get LSU at home, then at Kentucky, at Auburn to end the season. And so I haven't given up on Alabama. And I kept saying, everyone wanted to give up. The season's over. I said, why? Texas is out of conference for this year. Doesn't count towards the SEC standings. And the schedule you can get through. But you got to figure out the quarterback. Nobody in the SEC is elite, and most of the big games remain at home. So think about that. As I said, back-to-back road games at Mississippi State, at Texas A&M. Then 3 straight home games before at Kentucky, at Auburn to end the year. I think Alabama is going to be okay, but this is exactly what I told you. And it's going to be fun to watch this team grow and develop throughout the year. They're not perfect, but I'm here to tell you they're not as bad as a lot of people think either.